What's up, motherfuckers? This is the rules here. Before I'm gonna get back to my point, I'm gonna say, all you fucking idiots out there, get the fuck out of here! You're not welcome on my channel. I'm gonna start blocking you. You say my video sucks. If you think my video sucks, get the fuck out. Go ahead and suck on a fucking big huge cock. Shit. I feel like I'm gonna punch this fucking camera anyway, cause you guys just piss me off. Anyway, let's get to the point of this video. You click on the title so you know what the fuck I'm gonna talk about right now. So what do I think about black Hebrew Israelites? I only faced them once. I remember they were like reading verses from the Bible. They were telling me that I'm not a real Jew, that they're real Jews, that they basically believe, for everybody who don't know, but probably a lot of people know, they basically believe that blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics are the true Jews. And they even say that, Native Americans are from this tribe, that tribe, they're like lost tribes of Israel. Now, Jews are Middle Eastern, and the black people, they're not original Jews. Because if you're gonna read the Old Testament, where the Jews came from, Ur, this is like Mesopotamia and areas of modern day Turkey and Iraq, right? That's why if you're gonna look at modern day Jews and their facial features, they resemble of Turkey and Iraqi people. Like I met like Turkish Iraqi people, they look just like Jews, really. Why? Because this is where the Jews came from, and then they went south. They went to Egypt, and then they went to Canaan, and they conquered that land. The people who lived in Canaan, they were not necessarily black, but they were for sure darker skinned people. So we can say that what was going on in there, it was kind of, small scale thing, as white people, lighter skinned people, oppressing darker skinned people. So in a nutshell, it's kind of true, but not quite, because see, like we know that the Jews, right, they always oppress people. They have this, that for 2000 years everybody was persecuting Jews, okay? And in that regard, I understand the logic behind this blacks and Native Americans and Hispanics saying, we are real Jews, we want to take their traditions, we want to be like Jews. I can understand the logic behind it, but they are not real Jews because they didn't come from that area. But they want to be Jewish, they willingly accepting Jewish tradition and culture. And I like the way they also do it, because like I watch the videos that this black Hebrew Israelites are like reading book, and there is rap, and there is bunch of black people, no white people, and they're using shofars, and reading books. Like I said, it's kind of cool. Like I kind of like it. It's kind of funny. But this is not really Jewish spirit. They execute Judaism way more differently than real Jews. But I like the way they do it because they have cooler personality, because black people, most black people, they have funny personalities, so the way they do things, it kind of makes me laugh, But on the serious note, no, unfortunately they are not true Jews. They are not the descendants of 10 lost tribes of Israel. But I'm not against this group. I actually kind of like it. Because I like the idea of black people rebelling against the white man. See, we are living in the United States in a white supremacy regime, okay? We really do. And I think that Jews should also say that white man is a devil, because what my white man did to Jews, okay? The white West European man, first of all, Hitler was Western European, right? Excuse me. So white Western European man never liked the Jew. Look at all these pogroms and how they made Jews live in the ghettos and everything. Like if you're gonna look at the history of Jewish people, Jews were treated the worst in Western Europe. Now, the same Western European people were mistreating black people. See? That's why I'm saying that white man is the devil. Like I said, I don't think that all white people are bad necessarily, right? Like there are decent white people, bad black people, but overall, you know, if you're gonna look at the history, yes, white people did a lot of atrocities and bad things for humanity in general. They killed all the Native Americans, they colonized Africa, they made black people slaves, they killed a lot of Jews, they killed a lot of Mexicans and other people, they pretty much exterminated the whole race. So I do think that white people did a lot of bad things in general. That's why I may support black Israelis even though they are not really Jewish. But I support them with their fights against the regime of white supremacy, because I don't like it myself either. I think we should have more colored people in the government, more colored people, you know, being the presidents, more colored people in the office. And people say, oh, you know, black people are stupid, ta-ta-ta, blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't know. I think that these people, unfortunately, they were not given a chance. But when it comes to Jews, I'm gonna upload the videos. Jewish people, they had a chance because they know how to play their cards right. But that's why Jews, in the white man's world, they can still take over. And this it says in the Torah too. It says in the Torah that, you know, Esau was the firstborn, right? But Jacob got him some soup, so because of that, he said, you know, I'm the firstborn. He basically cheated him out of being the first. And the same thing goes on in our world, right? White men, right? They conquer everything, they kill everybody, they are strong as the biggest everything, right? Why white people hate the Jew? Because the Jewish people are intellectually superior than West European people. And they know how to play their cards right and how to get on top. And white people know it. That's why they hate the Jew. Because white people, most of them, they have this racist genes. They think that everybody but not them, they're shitheads and subhumans. Even though in the United States we have all of this bullshit, you know, we have to treat everybody equally, we have to be nice to everybody. But you know what? If you're not gonna act like a white West European person, you're gonna be treated like subhuman. And people are gonna be still nice and polite to you. But they're just not gonna be talking to you, because white people get smarter. They don't have to bash everybody and scream at everybody. And it could be like, okay, I have power anyway, so why should I waste my energy on these Jews and niggers, okay? And why should I call them that? I can just, okay, black person, wash the dishes. Okay, I have a right to do it, I'm the boss. I don't have to hire a black person, I don't have to hire a Jew. And if they do hire a Jew, they don't like them anyway. They're like, oh my god, I have to hire a Jew because he is way too smart. And I have to do it. But if they find a way not to hire a Jew, they would. With black people, it's even easier because, you know, Jewish people are too smart and black people, unfortunately, are not as smart. So with black people, they're just easy to deal with. With Jewish people, oh my god, I have to hire this Jewish guy. I don't like him, but I have to do it because he's too smart. That's what it is. That's how I look at it. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I support black Israelites. I think they're doing the right thing. They're fighting for the right thing, even though they're not real Jews. That's the bottom line. All the best to you guys. Later.